This is Hayes Q Jones, your DVD and Blu-ray baller on the budget, and this is HQ Videos for you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a current subscriber, what's up? We really appreciate it. Come on in, make yourself at home. You know the routine. This week takes me to Journey Bookstore, which specializes in books, manga books, videos, um, all kind of physical media paraphernalia. Um, Unfortunately, they had pretty much the same things that they had last time I was there. The pricing's a little bit off, so if they work on the pricing, it could be a hot spot though. But still able to find something there. Went to my normal Pawnshop Cash America, got a couple out of print DVDs. Have this banging Kino Lorber unboxing of this classic movie set. Have a 3D pick from Turbine. Turbine's getting hard to purchase from. I'll hopefully address that into another video. But before I get into what I picked up, not only do I collect movies, yes, I'm one of these weird, wild individuals. I actually watch them. And on a weekly basis, I like to share some of the things I've watched, either physical media, live in the theater with my family, or streaming on the Fire Stick. And this first movie I actually saw on Amazon Prime. This is a 2019 British psychological horror film, Saint Maud. This is directed and written by Rose Glass, produced by Andrea Cornwell. This stars Morfydd Clark, Jennifer L., Lily Fraser, Lily Knight, Marcus Hutton, Turlo Convery, and Rosie Sansom. The plot behind this, a nurse named Katie fails to save the life of a patient in her care despite attempting CPR. Sometime later, Katie, now referring to herself as Maud, has become a devout Roman Catholic and is now working as a private care nurse in an English seaside town. She's assigned to care for Amanda, a hedonistic former dancer and choreographer from the United States who is terminally ill with stage 4 lymphoma. And this movie was really a surprise to me. It's psychological horror is probably the best way to describe it. It's not a slasher. It's not stuff that's gonna jump out, kind of scare you. It's very slow burning plot though, but it's so unusual. It keeps you engaged with the movie. You're trying to determine, okay, is this woman really divine and receiving divine messages, or is she off her rocker? And I think that's the message that the movie tries to portray. Is divinity or having divine intervention really a thing, or is that a psychological problem or psychological issue people have? So very interesting movie. Again, it's a slow burn, but towards the end it really ramps up. Definitely worth the watch. I believe they have it on sale at Hampton Book. I'll probably be picking that up if it's still in stock. So definitely check out. If you like that Midsummer, hereditary type of horror, you probably like Saint Maud. Next, I have the 2018 action science fiction thriller Upgrade. This is directed and written by Lee Wanell, produced by Rosemary Blight, starring Logan Marshall Green, Melanie Vallejo, Steve Danielson, Abby Creighton, and Harrison Gilbertson. The plot behind this, a brutal mugging leaves Gray Trace paralyzed in the hospital. A billionaire inventor soon offers Trace a cure, an artificial intelligence implant called STEM that will enhance his body. Now able to walk, Gray finds that he also has superhuman strength and agility, skill he uses to seek revenge against the thugs who destroyed his life. And this is really a great underrated sci-fi movie. Has a nice bit of dark humor in it though, and it kind of reminds me of Venom a little bit though, how the artificial intelligence kind of enhances a normal human to supernatural ability though. Again, great action, great storyline. I'm surprised that it didn't make there's not a sequel in the works, so maybe there is, I don't know though, but really enjoyed it. Great sci-fi. I think it's really underrated. 2018's sci-fi thriller Upgrade. My next pick is a 2010 drama music romance, Step Up 3D. This is directed by John Chu, produced by Adam Shankman, written by Duane Adler. This stars Rick Malambry, Adam Stevani, Sharni Vinson, Allison Stoner, Keith Stallworth. The plot behind this: a tight-knit group of New York street dancers, including Luke and Natalie, team up with the NYU freshmen Moose and find themselves pitted against the world's best hip-hop dancers in a high-stakes showdown that will change their lives forever. I actually watched the first two movies before this and one movie after this. I've never watched the Step Up series. I've had this for years. I'll just speak on this one. 3D, banging. Some of the best 3D I've seen. They have a dance scene where they're dancing in water and they're splashing water, and the water is like, you feel like you're getting wet. It's that real. Great 3D effect, great dancing. If you're familiar with the television show that was on Fox, So You Think You Can Dance, you have some dancers from there. Twitch is on there. He rest in peace. I think I noticed a couple other dancers. Adam Shankman, I believe, was one of the judges on So You Think You Can Dance. So great dancing, great routine, storyline on the weak side, but I didn't expect a great storyline though. It's basically the same storyline as Breaking, maybe a little bit more cultural appropriation and stereotyping on the plot line though, but 3D dancing, music on point. So if you like that, especially if you like the old show So You Think You Can Dance, definitely check out Step Up 3D. My last pick is and I also saw this one streaming, of course 3D, I have a physical copy of that, but Ballerina is a 2025 American action thriller film. This was directed by Len Wiseman, written by Shay Haddon, produced by Basil Iwank. This stars Anna de Armas, Angelica Houston, Gabriel Byrne, Lance Reddick, the late Lance Reddick, Norman Reedus from Walking Dead, Ian McShane, and Keanu Reeves. The plot behind this: Eva McCarl is the daughter of assassins Javier of the Ruska Rome crime syndicate and his cultist wife. After a childhood tragedy, 12 years later, Eva trains as a ballerina assassin bodyguard. And essentially, this is a female version of John Wick. A lot of action, very fast-paced. Basically, the plot line with Femme Nikita. Again, you have a young lady raised to be an assassin. After watching this, I watched this with my wife. I was just like, it was a good movie, but why didn't I like this as much as John Wick? And I think this movie kind of lacks some of the dark humor, the Keanu Reeves flair, just some of the lines, for example, in John Wick, they're constantly acting, you're still in it, we're trying to get out. Or the line with John Leguizamo is like, when the mob boss calls him up, it was like, why'd you hit my son? It was like, you killed John Wick's dog and stole his car. In that dead silence. It's that type of humor that this movie lacked, which I think kind of sets it apart from the John Wick movies. It's not quite as good though, but still very entertaining, a lot of action, just overall fun movie. Now, without further ado, sit back, relax, have a drink, have a smoke, and I'll catch you on the other end of this video and enjoy the sunrise, sunset. We're back at the Black Cave. Back at the Black Cave. We are back at the motherfucking Black Cave. Have my pickups here from Journey Bookstores, as well as my Pawnshop pickups from my favorite Pawnshop, Cash America. Have my 3D pick from Turbine, as well as the Kino Classic box set. So I have some bangers in here. So let me get these scanned in, and we'll jump right into it. Hold on. I'm going to jump into what I picked up at New Journey's bookstore, Book and Music. Well, Books and More, excuse me. I actually saw this last time I was in there. There's a couple other Blu-rays I would have picked up, just the pricing wasn't that great though. But John Travolta, Trading Paint, which I've never heard of before. I think I might have seen a trailer for this. This is a Lionsgate release. Trading Paint. Excuse me. Next, gonna jump over to what I picked up at Cash America Pawn Shop. All these are blind buys, even with Trading Paint. Perfume, never heard of this though, but Omar Epps, Jeff Goldblum, Mariel Hemingway, of course, you know, Carmen Electra from the MTV days. Looked interesting. For the price, it's definitely worth a look. This is a Lionsgate film release. Perfume. Next, another blind buy. Again, all these are blind buys. Waterproof. Jeanette Dubois. If you ever watched Good Times, Orlando Jones, and of course Burt Reynolds. And this is a Columbia Pictures release. Waterproof. Next, I've seen this for years, just never picked it up. It looks goofy. Sorority boys, basically the bosom buddy things. A bunch of guys dressed like women to get to a particular woman or a particular group of women. This is a... Who released this? Touchtone. This is a Touchtone release. Sorority Boys. I don't think any of these have Blu-ray releases. I don't think they're probably ever get Blu-ray releases. He's Mine, Not Yours. Wendy Rachel Robinson. I think she's from the Steve Harvey show, I believe. Carl Payne. Cockroach from the Cosby Show, as well as Martin. He was on the Martin Show. It's Cole. So, looked interesting. He's Not Yours. Looks like a romantic comedy. It's an Image release. Mine, Not Yours. Looks like the old library release. Next, I take this back. I have seen this before. Great thriller movie, P2. A New Level of Terror. I think all this goes down in a parking lot. And this is a Summit release, P2. And this is a Blockbuster release. Next, again, another blind buy. Heather Graham, Jennifer Coolidge, Exterminators. And there is a Blu-ray release for this, but it's out of print. I think I saw it go for $50. So it's an Image release. If it's decent, I'll see if I can hunt down the Blu-ray for a decent price, a more reasonable price. Exterminators Image release. And lastly, Renee Zellweger and Judy Garland, the legend behind the rainbow. And I actually grew up watching Judy Garland movies, musicals, Fred Astaire, Frank Sinatra, before cable. A lot of times on Sundays, that's the only kind of movies that were actually on. It was like either Elvis movies or musicals, The Music Man, Seven Brides, Seven Brothers, things of that nature. I know a little bit about Judy Garland's background. I think she had a substance abuse, I believe it was alcohol. I know her daughter, Liza Minnelli. She was very popular in the 70s and 80s, some in the 90s with television show Arrested Development. So looks interesting. Again, Love her voice. She had a beautiful voice. Would love to see more about this Lionsgate release. See if the digital copy works. Judy. And for the Pawnshop, I paid a whopping $5. No, $6 even. Huh. $6 even. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 DVDs and 1 Blu-ray. For my 3D pick for the week, Despicable 4. This is a Turbine 3D release. Unfortunately, right now, with what's going on with the tariffs, countries like Germany, and I think recently Japan, they are not delivering to the United States. So there are 3 Turbine 3D movies that I would like to get, but I can't get right now. And there's 2 Japanese Disney 3D releases I can't get right now because of the tariffs that are going on. And again, them not delivering to the United States. So hopefully that will be over sooner than later so I can pick up those. But that's my 3D pick. And my classic Kino Lorber pick, this is Pioneers African American Cinema. I actually saw this, I believe, the YouTube channel with Colors on Film or something to that effect, before Spike Lee, Sidney Poitier, Gordon Parks, Hughes Brothers, Hetland Brothers, John Singleton. You had Charles Musser. No. Michaud, I believe that was the director's name. And it's a variety of different shorts from the pioneers of African American movies. So that is, along with sci-fi, one of my preferred genres or favorite genres, because it kind of reflects me and the people I know, and love to know more about the history of it though. If you're a movie collector and you have a specific genre, I think you should take it upon yourself to learn as much as possible. So that's what I'm doing with these shorts. I've seen a couple of them, very incredible, especially given the time and the climate for Black Americans at that time. So these directors, writers are legends. So this is my Kino Lorber classic pick for the week. And this is my Pawnshop Journey Bookstore release. Pickups, I should say. If you're familiar with the channel, this is where I separate the disc from the artwork so I can make space. Some of these will actually make the shelves. Let me get, well, at least one of these will make the shelves. Let me get these situated and get you good people on your way. Hold on. I have everything scanned into my CLZ Movies app. C is in Captain Phillips, L is in Last Starfighter, Z is in Zulu Dawn. Let's knock this out. I have everything laid out, ready to be put back in its proper place. As usual, I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in, leaving comments. If you made this far in the video, smash the like, give me the big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you check out my Saturday collection videos. Other than that, may the best of your past be the worst of your future. Everyone, please be safe. Deuces.